Jeremy Adams and Will Conrad throw the Flash into the war for EARTH-3 as Johnny Quick arrives on EARTH-0 to steal a weapon for Waller that is so great it could destroy all of time itself. Jeremy Adams begins Flash's part in the war for EARTH-3 with an issue that barely has anything to actually do with what's happening over on EARTH-3. Instead, Wally just kinda runs into a battle between Mirror Master and Johnny Quick, who is for some reason stealing the cosmic treadmill for Waller, but for a reason that doesn't seem to have anything to do with what is happening on EARTH-3 at the moment, but is somehow connected to Dark Crisis or something that we haven't even had any hint at that Amanda is even doing anything against. It's all very strange. Because of this kind of nonsensical plot, the actual plot points the book has been dealing with, such as the aftermath of Gemworld, as well as Linda getting her own powers, all suffer and are put on the back burner as Wally is shoved half-heartedly into the EARTH-3 event. Will Conrad continues his fun and colourful artwork for the book, trying to make most out of the haphazard storytelling in the script. We do get some brief fun moments with Mirror Master and how his powers work through the mirrors, leading to a really brief battle scene which looks great visually. The Flash issue 780 was a tie-in that didn't need to exist, seeing as our hero never actually knew what was happening into the larger event this book was meant to be tying into, and because of it, all of the book's current ongoing plots suffered. I'm going to give this issue a 5 out of 10. The Flash issue 780 finds Johnny Quick rampage through the streets of Central City in front of the Flash Museum, contacting Waller and telling her he is in position to find the prize. Earlier, Linda Park uses her speed powers to race around the city looking for her kids, only stopping when her shoes catch fire. Her phone soon rings with Jay Garrick calling to see if she has found the kids, but she tells him she hasn't, really hoping they aren't hurt or anything, since if they aren't, she's going to make sure they are. Suddenly, a bright light appears on the lawn and Wally returns home with the kids. Linda tells Jay that the kids just showed up with Wally, assuring him that he'll send his love to them and she won't be going easy on them. Wally tries to explain, first telling Linda about Maxine Baker, thinking that they should have Buddy and his family over for dinner one time. Linda isn't impressed, so Wally decides it's time to take Maxine home. Maxine hugs Ira, quietly telling her the next time they venture out, they'll do so in their costumes. She says goodbye to Jai and his diary as well, making the boy remind her that it is his action log as Wally speeds her home. With Wally gone, the kids quickly try and fill their mother in on what happened, hugging her as Wally returns, hoping he hasn't missed the family hug. Linda tells him there's always room for him, as in Iron Heights, the warden goes to see Blacksmith, telling her that he needs her help. He tells her that things aren't the same outside and it's time for change and to meet the demands of the age. He tells her that if she helps him do a little fundraiser for his new plan, then he will help her in return. Back at the West Park home, Linda finds Jai is scared of a demon named Etrigan is going to come and find him and give him payback for punching him through a roof, as Wally says that it was cool what Jai did, asking how Ira is. Linda says that she's sound asleep, wanting to know why Jai wants to change his name to Sergio, but Wally knows he actually means Serge, which is a long story and he's just glad to be home. Going through his messages, Wally finds that he's needed at work as Linda notes how even after saving the universe, Wally is still worried about finding work. He tries to tell him about what happened with her speed, but Wally knows that he needs to get help since everything in their life is a lot right now, especially since Jai has his powers back. He knows that he tried contacting Barry, but he's not responding and he's getting a little worried. Linda thinks that he'll be okay and Wally agrees, finding himself tired and in need of a nap. Linda asks what happened on Gemworld with the kids, but Wally asks about her meeting with her publisher, learning that she wants to see a first draft of Linda's new book. Wally grabs his wife, wanting to celebrate by going to a theme park in Tokyo they went to years ago. Suddenly his phone buzzes, alerting him to an attack on the Flash Museum. Wally wants to celebrate after taking care of whatever this is, racing off and leaving Linda, who knows that she'll tell Wally about her powers when he gets back, or at least by the end of the week. Johnny Quick meanwhile races around the Flash Museum, decapitating statues and defacing others before finding the cosmic treadmill. He however notices that it's not the real deal, as Wally arrives, punching him down. Quick recognizes Wally as the speedster from his time in the Speed Force, thinking that he was in there longer than he was. Johnny knows that he must have seen the end of all things, and Wally knows he has, and it starts with handcuffs and proper psychiatric care. Quick says that the darkness is coming, and that's why Waller needs the treadmill and why Wally will give it to him. Wally demands to know what Amanda Waller is up to, knowing her tricks and knowing that there is always another way, wanting to help Johnny out. Johnny though knows that she is the only one with a plan, having had a vision that showed him Flash dying between the seconds of time. Johnny begins vibrating, using echolocation to find where the real cosmic treadmill is. He vibrates through the floor as Wally knows that Dick was right and he should have kept it in the Batcave. Elsewhere in the museum, Mirror Master appears, finding himself hating the place as Johnny races to the treadmill, but Wally kicks him down, telling him the treadmill is staying put. Johnny makes it to the device though, but he is suddenly punched through one of the computer view screens by Mirror Master, who tells himself he loves it when people think he's a joke, loving the look on their faces when he takes them down. Mirror Master knows that one of the Flashes sent him there that day to be a hero, as he tells Wally that he's got some business to take care of with Johnny Quick. Flash, however, attacks the supposed villain, telling him that he won't be killing anyone today, but Mirror Master knows he wasn't trying to kill Johnny, he's trying to destroy the cosmic treadmill to stop Johnny. Throws mirrors at Wally, trapping him in them, but Wally knows Scudder's tricks well, dashing out of the traps with ease. Johnny meanwhile remembers some time before when Etrigan 666 and Waller managed to rescue him from the pits of hell that the Speed Force had spat him into. Johnny knows that they are all going to die and there is nothing they can do, but Waller knows that if he helps her, they can win. Quick is woken from his daze by Waller in his ear, telling her to get ready with the evac as he races to the treadmill, while Mirror Master and Flash fight, telling the two men that he has won as he activates the treadmill, zapping himself away. Mirror Master knows that it's time for him to leave, telling Flash that he really has no idea what's going on, refusing to fill Flash in on what has been going on since there is no time. Mirror Master disappears through a mirror as Wally knows that Linda is right and he needs some help, as well as a very long nap.